Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam Titikṣā nigadyate. Sahanam, endurance, sarva dukkhanam, of all sorrows, apratikara purvakam, without struggle for redress or revenge, chinta vilaparahitam, always free from anxiety and lamentation, that, Titikṣā, as forbearance, nigadyate, is proclaimed. Bearing all afflictions without caring to redress them, while remaining free from anxiety or lamentation on their account, is called Titikṣā, forbearance. Namaste. So in life, afflictions, disasters, all kinds of problems are inevitable. Nobody can escape it. Even the opulences of wealth, fame, power, beauty, knowledge, renunciation are not enough to stop all the problems of life. And of course, the ultimate problem is death. So one who is detached from the body and mind doesn't care for these obstacles, doesn't mind them at all. J. Krishnamurti was famous for saying, "I don't mind what happens." In other words, let the calamities rain down, let the disasters flow forth. Doesn't bother me. I don't care. You see, it's care for the world that makes us suffer. To try to redress the problems in the world, the afflictions. If you look at human history, all great efforts that have been made are attempts to redress these problems, these afflictions, these obstacles. Yet, despite thousands of years of law enforcement, there's still crime. Despite thousands of years of religion, there's still irreligion, atheism and so forth, materialism. Despite thousands of years of politics, there are still arguments about how everything should be managed. Despite thousands of years of economics, there's still poverty and so forth. War. Every war is an attempt to solve a problem, isn't it? Every war is sold to the citizens as a means of addressing some kind of suffering. That goes for science, religion, politics, economics, you name it. Every big effort in human history is simply a problem-solving exercise. Yet the problems still exist. Why? Because they are our karma. We have performed inauspicious acts in a previous life or in this life. And so we suffer. We have to experience the consequences. It doesn't matter whether the government has declared the consequences illegal or whatever. They're still going to happen. They have to happen because the universe is just. Everything that happens to us is a measured response to the things we have done ourselves. So there's no silver bullet to solve the afflictions of life. Once one realizes this, it's like, why bother even trying? Why not simply tolerate them without being disturbed? And not make big efforts to counteract them, because that will just create more karma. I'll give you an example. When I was in India in 2000 or so, I caught the COVID. Everybody got it. No one was immune from it. And what did I do? Did I go to the hospital and try all kinds of, powerful medicines and this and that? No. I stayed in my house. The only thing I did was drink lots of liquids and lemons and stuff like that, and take acetaminophen. That's the only thing I did to try to control the fever and just suffer it out. Because why? This karma is due. It's ripened. It's bearing fruit now. And nothing anybody in the universe can do to stop it, because it's God's law. Something I did demanded that retribution, that suffering, to teach a lesson that this body is no big deal. If you need another body, you're going to get one. But if you've earned your liberation, when this body falls down, you're free. So don't worry about it. Don't make a big deal of it. Remain free from anxiety and lamentation. Don't try to make a big effort. This is called Titikṣā. Titikṣā in English means forbearance, but it's really more like tolerance or detachment. Well, we've already been through that. Someone who reaches this stage is already Shama, Dhamma. He's peaceful, without desires, detached. Uparati, the mind is fixed on Brahman. He's feeling bliss internally. He is not dependent on the material body for happiness. So whether the body gives happiness or unhappiness, it's all the same. Simply the results of karma. Whatever I have done in the past, this is coming back to me now. But because I am in touch with Brahman, I know this is going to be my last life. This is the culmination of all the unlimited hundreds of millions of births. This is the birth where I get liberation, where I get it now. Because of being in touch with Brahman, because of remaining in touch with God at all times, whether times are good or times are bad, doesn't matter. Qualities are material. Consciousness is spiritual. So the qualities of the material experience are temporary, good or bad. They're going to pass away. This too shall pass, whatever it is. So the people who sell these big programs to eliminate the material disasters really are just making an excuse or a pretext for them to assume big power. That's all. They're selling you a lie. The authorities, in government, in religion, in politics, in science, in whatever field, they simply want to say, we have the solution to this big problem. All you have to do is elect us or support us or just get out of the way and let us do whatever we want. And if we're stupid enough to think that their solution is actually going to work, We give them what they want, and then they oppress us. They exploit us. They take advantage of us in all kinds of ways. Just look at the human situation throughout history. And it's always been the haves against the have-nots, the powerful against the powerless, and so on. Isn't it time we let this go? Isn't it time we stopped caring so much about the world? Well, once we develop Brahman, Satchit Ananda, presence, consciousness, and bliss, we don't need the material world. We get more than enough happiness from consciousness itself. So whatever happens to the body, we don't mind, It's good to keep the body in condition if you can. Then you can do more service. But if your destiny is to suffer or even to die, you can't really do anything about it. So stay with Brahman, and you get the kind of happiness that doesn't fade.
Tat Sat.